Well, hello, Team Virgo. Welcome to the cottage. Welcome in, Virgo, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus, and welcome to your love reading. Happy full moon in Gemini. Man, this full moon energy is wild. For some of us, it's pleasant. For some of us, it's a little intense, and it is intense regardless, right? But if we just embrace the things that are illuminated as a result of this full moon, then I think we will all be good, right, gang? So, at any rate, if you have not subscribed to my channel, I certainly hope you'll consider doing so, Team Virgo. And, of course, well, hello, Empress. How are you doing? Welcome in. Good to see you. If you have a, hey, Lefty Letty, how's it going? Auntie Karen up in the house, sharing tea. For those of you, for those of you who have not seen this, right, this totally applies. By the way, I just got back from visiting with my dad. But before that, I was watching Fierce Tarot. I was watching Rose, and man, she hit my energy, right? It is about cutting out the things that no longer align, right? People are going to fall away, and that's okay. You kind of just let them. You don't fight those towers, you let them fall, right? So, anyway, in case y'all can't read it, it says a wise girl said, fuck this shit. And she lived happily ever after. So, I am taking Miss Rose's advice, right? So, at any rate, Team Virgo, let's get started on your reading. Let me give you a rundown real quick of how the reading is going to go. First, we'll do a vibe check on you, Virgo. See how you're vibing. Then we will look at, I think I'm going to change decks. I'm feeling, let's do Crystal Visions. Okay, it's got a lot of moon imagery on it, so it'll be nice. But okay, Virgo, first we're going to get an overall vibe check for you, see what you might be dealing with in general terms. And then after that, we'll look at love and things that might be challenging you in areas of romance, okay? And predict based on that. We'll see then what new things are coming in. And then we'll do a zodiac rundown, Aries all the way through Pisces, how each individual sign may be dealing with you or feeling about you. If you're dealing with that particular sign. And then, of course, we'll pull some oracles for you, Virgo gang. So we're going to dissect this thing down, Virgo, in a number of different ways, right? Hold on tight. You know, it gets wild here sometimes at the cottage because we drop truth bombs here, right? All right. So with that being said, Virgo, let's get an overall vibe check and see how you're doing, Virgo gang. The other side of Mercury, the nocturnal side, so they say. Well, hello, Ashley. Well, that's okay, honey bunny. We got you covered. I got Lefty Letty up in the house, so we're good. But thank you for being here, Ashley. All right. So we have the Temperance card here, the Tower, and the Seven of Swords in reverse. Wow, Virgo, big time healing going on here. Big time healing. Something has come out and been exposed, and you have had a tower moment, possibly. Maybe something happened where you kind of had to face something, and you're kind of trying to keep your balance, trying to keep your head here and be patient. But it's like this. The advice of the Tower, Virgo, is always let the tower fall. Okay, let it fall, let it go. Okay, when you have to look in the mirror and see the common denominator in all of these experiences, and I know I've done it a lot myself, still do. Okay, none of us have arrived. You guys, if you've watched me for very long at all, you know I have never claimed to arrive or be fully healed. I personally believe, and maybe I'm wrong, but this is my personal belief, that we'll be healing until we stop breathing, and probably even after then, but we won't go down that rabbit trail for purposes of this reading. But I think you're in healing mode right now from a situation, or you're advised to, and trust the divine and be patient, okay? And kind of don't back away from seeing the truth. Don't deny the truths here. Allow the towers to fall. Towers are divine intervention. Do they seem unpleasant? Yeah, they do. Is it hard to look in the mirror? Damn right it is. Okay, not everybody is really willing to step up and do that. Okay, I get it. It's hard. Have you ever noticed that the first people, and this is more in the spiritual community, that I'm not talking about people that are totally asleep, but people that are just a little bit awake. If you say if they pop off at you and then you say, oh my gosh, I'm sorry I triggered you, the first thing they're going to say is, I'm not triggered. because they don't want to look in that mirror. That trigger means they got to look in that mirror. And if they're a little bit into the spirituality thing and they're making progress and they understand what a trigger really is, first thing they'll do is deny it and say, I wasn't triggered. No, you didn't trigger me. No. Take the mirror. Right? Yeah, it hurts sometimes. Have I had that happen to me? Sure, I have. I've seen other people deny it too. It's kind of comical, and only because I can relate, because I've done it myself. So, and I still do. I ain't perfect. Heck no, I haven't arrived, okay? But for the purposes of this reading, you've pulled Scorpio, you've pulled air, and you have pulled Temperance, which is Sagittarian energy. Let's look at your love life, Virgo gang. Hey, Patty Anderson, I am so glad to see you. Hey, Tori C, how are you? Patty, I'm glad to see you. I hope you're doing good. All right, so let's take a look. At your love life and challenges that you may be having right now, Virgo. Virgo, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. I mean, we don't watch Romance Tarot if everything's going ducky. So, people that I see in romance chats, they're either probably readers or their love life is in a challenging situation of some sort, or maybe they're just readers themselves and they're hanging, right? Could be that too. But for the most part, most of our viewers, they've got some challenges going on, right? Hey, Darla, how are you doing? Good to see you. Y'all don't forget to hit that like button. Virgo, the Hermit is in reverse. That is your card, but it's in the reverse. What's going on here, Virgo? What's going on here? I think we pulled the same thing for you yesterday in the all signs, Virgo. Why are you not standing in your power? All right, let's just get more on this thing. King of Cups, Eight of Swords, the card of being in a mental prison. Kind of struggling to face some truths here. Eight of Pentacles, your money's looking good, I guess. Seven of Cups, really feeling overwhelmed. Five of Cups, man. Five of Cups. Well, Ashley, you're too kind. And you know what? I forgot about you. You're just that awesome Virgo homie that comes because you love me. And those are the best kinds, right? Thank you for that, Ashley. Hey, Shafina, how are you? Got the Page of Cups here, the Knight of Wands, and the Four of Pentacles. Okay, Virgo, let's talk about it. All right, so I think with the Hermit reversed and the Eight of Swords, the card of being up in your head. And, well, there was something else. Okay, we got the Seven of Cups and Five of Cups. The Seven of Cups can mean being overwhelmed, okay? Not knowing what you're presented with options, but you're not knowing which direction to turn. And I think, and a lot of times, and the Eight of Swords is certainly the card of being blindfolded and in a mental prison, but make no mistake, this is our own doing. And maybe you're dealing with a Gemini. I often associate this card with Gemini energy. This is like Gemini in the minors for me. It could be any air sign, and it doesn't even have to be an air sign. I think you probably have every zodiac sign you do here in the minor arcana. The only major that's here is Virgo, but again, standing here in the reverse. Because we're up in our head and we're not really trusting our intuition. And we're getting up in our head and getting overwhelmed because we're overthinking things and we're kind of getting involved in the minutia. Right? Maybe, I don't know what's going on here, but something has really got you up in your head. I think you have love for somebody here with this King of Cups. The Eight of Pentacles is here. I think you're focusing some on your money, trying to stay balanced. We pulled that Temperance card earlier, and trying to stay balanced in every area of your life, but still feeling overwhelmed. And the Five of Cups is here, really, really disappointed in something. And the Page of Cups is here, the Knight of Wands, and the Four of Pentacles. So whoever you're dealing with, the reason you may be feeling kind of exhausted and overthinking this thing, the Knight of Wands is not a nice person. It is a person full of anger, full of bitterness, and it's an instigator. And I don't know if you're dealing with someone that is an instigator from a romantic standpoint, or maybe this is just more of you dealing with your own emotions that may or may not have anything to do with this. I mean, maybe it is reciprocal love, but what I think, Virgo, is this. With this Five of Cups here, I think somebody does love you, and I don't think they want to let go of you with this Four of Pentacles. But I think what's happening here is you've got so much other stuff pulling at you: love, money, family, stability. all that, these Seven of Cups, feeling overwhelmed, that you're not seeing the things that you have to be thankful for, and you're kind of focusing on the negatives. Okay, that's what that card has to do with. Okay, and I'm not calling you out, Virgo. Nobody that's listening can ever say they have not been in this energy, and if we live long enough, we'll probably be in this energy again. Okay, let's be real, we're human. I mean, I hope not. We all try to keep that to a minimum, but I think I think for you, Virgo, this is all a battle of the mind, which is kind of interesting because typically that's Gemini. I mean, maybe this is the person you're dealing with, and maybe they're very disappointed, and maybe they're stressed out dealing with your situation. I mean, I don't know, but somebody here in this dynamic romantically is stressed out, overwhelmed, and exhausted. And somebody is acting distant as a result. And Virgo, it may be both of you, because the Hermit is in reverse. I mean, it's got to be some you. And I love you, Virgo, but I mean, I'm not going to be fair to you if I don't tell you what I see in the cards, and I can't deny what I see in the cards. Okay, this is not me trying to come down or call people out. I can't point fingers at you without my thumb going right back at me. Okay, understand that. But I think we're out of balance here from I think the battle is right here. I really do. You've got a Page of Wands here. Somebody may be apologizing or apologetic, okay, towards you, whatever this situation is. I don't know what your thoughts are towards that, but it's like I don't think you can see anything but negatives about everything right now. And Virgo, I love you, but that's one of your struggles. You guys, until you work on yourself, every sign has its struggle. So please don't think I pick on the Geminis more than anybody. Why? Because I'm a Gemini and I know more about what our struggles are. So that would be natural. I know a lot about Virgos because I have some very, very close Virgo friends. My very best friend is a Virgo. My dad is a Virgo. So I know that energy very, very well. And we are ruled by the same sign, Geminis and Virgos. So in some ways we think alike, in some ways. Okay. But one of the things that Virgos struggle with is being overly critical and fault finding and thinking that they're more perfect than everybody else. And this is an unevolved Virgo. When you work on yourself, you get past that. I'm very fortunate in that the Virgos that I deal with have done the work. Okay. But it's like, I think that wherever this apology is coming from, Virgo, you're snubbing it because I don't know. I mean, are you just unforgiving? Is that what this is about? Okay. Whatever the case may be. Hey, Dan. Hey, Jen. How are y'all doing? But that's kind of what I see. And I think you're overly guarded with your heart. I think I think there's this reach out right here, but I think you're snubbing this. Okay, Virgo? And I think you're missing out on the things you got to be thankful for. And, if we stay in complain mode, guess what we're going to manifest? More reasons to complain. So I think you got somebody that loves you here. So it's kind of like the ball is in your court. What are you going to do? It's a mindset thing, okay? You got somebody that loves you here. You got people that care about you, right? But I don't think you want to see that. I think you got the blindfold on, and I think you're focusing on everything that everybody did wrong. Are you in victim mode? Possibly. Okay. I don't know. You tell me. We got to take responsibility for our part in a debacle, right? Always. It's never 100% another person's fault, right? There's three sides to every story, right? I always, you've heard yours, mine, and the truth, but it's yours, mine, and the tarot cards in the cottage, right? So thank you for that, Dan. You're sweet. But hey, Beck Purcell, how are you? Good to see you. But hey, Susie, how are you? Thank you for that. But that's what I see here. I'm not going to predict on this. Why? Because everybody that's listening to me, that this is your story, Virgo, some of you are going to work on this and some of you are not. It's kind of like the ball's in your court. You decide. This future is in your hands. It is literally, you're holding the steering wheel, and it's just you deciding where you're going to go. Okay. So we pulled water, fire, earth, and air, and Virgo. So there you go. There you go. All right. So let's take a look. Right. You're in protective mode. I heard that, Beck. I heard that. I think a lot of us are that way, right? All right. Let's see here. Let me get a sip of tea. Anybody interested in new stuff that has Virgo placements? Let's check. What new things are coming towards you here in the next 30 days? What are you going to be doing in your love life? Let's take a look. let's take a look. Hey, Shafina again. Oh, sometimes they just can't see. And it's not just Virgos, honey. It's everybody that's blind sometimes. You know, I've been blind, right? All right, Virgo, what new things are coming towards you? Let's take a look. Let's take a look. I don't blame you, Jen. You know, I think if you accept it and you just go that way, then okay. You know what I mean? All right. So we got the 9 of Wands, the 8 of Pentacles, the Ace of Pentacles in reverse, the Empress in reverse, Virgo, Queen of Wands, 6 of Pentacles. Okay. So here's the thing, Virgo. I think right now, this is for the Virgo collective. Certainly there are Virgos that are not. All Virgos are not having the same experience. Certainly check your other placements and just use your intuition. Readings are general. Take what resonates. If this doesn't resonate with you, it's not your story. And that doesn't make me a bad reader. It just means that all Virgos are not having the same experience. Okay. That being said, right now, what I'm getting from this is to focus on working on yourself, getting yourself stabilized with the 8 of Pentacles. If you were to pursue romance in the state that you're in with the 9 of Wands, it would be fighting a losing battle. It would be disastrous with the Empress in reverse. And it would honestly be a false start with the Ace of Pentacles. And I think in the reverse, and I think you might be going into it for the wrong reasons. The Queen of Wands is following her own passion and working on herself and getting herself stabilized. Okay. Busy, happy, doing it, managing. Our focus should be to go towards this type of energy, that Queen of Wands energy. And I think you might have some friendships here that are willing to give from a friendship standpoint, that are there to support you during this time. Some of those friends may turn out to have potential down the road. But right now, the overall energies that I'm getting for new love is to focus on getting yourself together. And really, you know, right now, I think a lot of my Virgos are wounded warriors and they just need to do some shadow work and healing. Okay, you're not alone. We're all in that boat, so don't feel called out. But it would be fighting a losing battle right now. It would be, you know, kind of like trying to climb a greasy pole. Okay, and that's what I have. Okay, so I have to call it, you know, with this Ace of Pentacles in reverse, the timing is really off right now. Later, maybe after some healing is done, for sure, right? So with that being said, let me give you the zodiac signs here. We've got Earth, lots of Earth energy. Why? Because the focus needs to be on you. You're an Earth sign. That's why that energy is so heavy right here. We also have fire, and then you have the Empress in reverse, which is Taurus energy. This tells me, once again, Virgo, you got to step into this Empress, you know, where you're nurturing yourself and you're nurturing and you're actually, you know, not staying in dream mode. You know, my friend Cindy G calls this card the sloppy bitch. I mean, it's about getting up and taking action to make your thing, make your life dreams a reality, right? We can't sit on the couch and sleep and eat bonbons all day, every day, and not take care of our kids and our family and our responsibilities and expect for anybody to view us as a divine counterpart. Okay. Right. If we can't even take care of ourselves, how can we take care of a family? Okay. And this is, you know, this is maternal energy, but certainly it could apply to paternal energy as well. And I'm not just talking about parenthood. I'm talking about nurturing you and giving birth to those dreams, making those dreams a reality, giving birth to them. But you got to get up off the couch, right? Is it hard sometimes? Of course it is, especially when the energies are so intense. Hello, Jenna LF. How are you doing? All right. So Virgo, let's see how each individual sign is coming towards you. Let's take a look. Let's take a look. That was very similar to what Rose said to the Virgos earlier too. Fierce Tarot, man, she hit the Gemini nail on the head. Right? Stop trying to worry about what other people think about you. Haters gonna hate. You let them go. You make the hard decisions. Right? That's what she said to the Geminis, and I'm doing it. She confirmed what I already knew. So with that being said, let's look at each individual zodiac sign. Let's take a look. It is Jenna LF. I'm vibing today. Thank you. Living and learning every minute of every day, right, Jenna LF? New things all the time. All right, if you're dealing with an Aries, there's some truths that are going to come out, but this is a waste of time. And you're going to realize that when something comes out, the unknown card being in the reverse, this is the only deck that has 79 cards. And the 79th card is the unknown card. You pulled it in the reverse for Aries. Okay, so it's coming out. All right. So, wow, Julie, that's so cool. That's so cool. My mother was a Scorpio. Is it Julie? I hope I said your name right. Julie. Okay. Thank you, Jenna. All right. If you're dealing with a Taurus, there's a decision being made here. I don't know if this is, there's some communication here, but this Taurus blames you for everything. So it's like they want to communicate with you and tell you that it's all your fault, right? If you are dealing with a Gemini, the Gemini is not really going to stress over this. 10 of Wands in reverse. They're going to leave this up to fate, luck, and destiny. I think they're just going to let whatever happens and let the chips fall where they may. The Gemini ain't worried too much about this one way or the other. I don't see them reaching out. I don't see them turning them down or reach out either. I think they're just going to be vibing. And given the Gemini full moon, then that kind of makes sense to me. If you're dealing with a Cancer, the Cancer is moving away from this. They feel like they've been over backwards and did everything they could at their own expense and neglected themselves and kind of compromised their own boundaries. And so, but they're done fighting for it. They're ready to walk away, and they're doing that. Distance card here as well. If you're dealing with a Leo, the Leo is kind of just holding back and possibly a commitment phobe here. If you're dealing with a Virgo, another Virgo, big truth bomb here. The moon reversed and the Ace of Swords. You know, if some shady shit comes out, it's going to lead you to a victory. But clarity here, big time, with the moon reversed and the Ace of Swords. There may be communication between you and another Virgo too. Okay, very direct communication too. That's one thing about Virgos. They are, you know, and I like direct communicators. They are very direct. Most of them. Okay, they can be. It just kind of depends on their other placements. If you got somebody with, you know, a lot of air and water in their chart and their significance, then probably, right? If you're dealing with a Libra, the Libra feels like you owe them an apology, and they are healing from this regardless. They are kind of moving past it. If you are dealing with a Scorpio, the Scorpio, there might be a comeback around, but it's just sexual. Pregnancy card too. If you are dealing with a Saggy, the Saggy is back and forth. They're trying to make up their mind. 7 of Wands in reverse and the 6 of Wands in the upright. They feel like they've made some progress with you, but at times you completely ignore them. Okay, if you are dealing with a Capricorn, the Capricorn, the Capricorn, there's some truths that have come out here, and I think what you need to see is this. This person is coming at this for all the wrong reasons. That's why this probably is why we saw an Ace of Pentacles reversed earlier. Okay, but the motives are not really in line with where they need to be, but I think you're going to see that one. If you're dealing with an Aquarius, the Aquarius is taking their sweet time and low-key watching you, but they don't want you to know it. But they're trying to get themselves balanced. They do feel like you balance them out very well, too. If you're dealing with a Pisces, there's unfinished business here, but the Pisces is doing everything they can to distract themselves from thinking about this. Let's pull some romance oracles for you, Virgo. Romance oracles. Well, thank you. I mean, look, worth waiting for. Divine timing, Virgo. Take the time that you need to heal up from this stuff from the past, right? All right. Let's do this again. Let's do this again. What else do we have? You got divine timing at work, and there's a reason that we're slowed down like that. It's so that we'll, you know, heal up that residual stuff, heartbreaks from the past, whether it has to do with, you know, things from our childhood or heartbreaks or whatever. Deception came out, Virgo. You know, I think that what this has to do with, when I pulled your energy right up front, we pulled that 8 of Swords, which is somebody wearing a blindfold. Sometimes the biggest person deceiving ourselves is us, right? And then we have honeymoon. You might be traveling soon with a person, okay? Some of you. All right, playfulness, just loosen up and have fun. Don't take life so seriously, Virgo. You know, I love my bestie that's a Virgo. Sometimes I'll tell him, just be a little more Gemini, right? Don't take life quite so seriously. And then pulling off the bottom for you, make the effort. I talked about this with that Empress in reverse. Get up, do it, right? You can't expect it to fall in your lap, Virgo. You want to manifest it. You know, manifestation is more than just sitting around dreaming. It's action. It's both. All right. And get to know somebody. Make darn sure that you get to know a person before you make that commitment. Right. So with that being said, thank you, Amina. You are so, so sweet. Thank you, Beck. Y'all are so sweet to me. Thank you for the positive feedback. I am going to do Libra here in very shortly. I'll probably take a 5 or so minute break. I love you guys so, so much. For those of you who just like hanging at the cottage just for shits and giggles, or got Libra placements, well, look out. I'll be live here with Libra's message in just a little bit, and then after that, we're going to do full moon messages for everybody. Full moon in Gemini, truth bombs with Gemini energy, right? Buckle up, right? I love you guys so much. Love and light, and as I say all the time, thank you all so much. Be blessed.